Here's something most people get wrong about Bitcoin. They think it's anonymous. It isn't. Every Bitcoin transaction is recorded on a public ledger that anyone can read. Who sent what, to whom permanently. That's not anonymous. It's the opposite. A permanent public receipt. Privacy coins exist to fix that. But the fix comes with a catch that most of the people holding them don't fully appreciate. Start with the problem they're solving. On Bitcoin or Ethereum, your wallet is a pseudonym, not a secret. The moment anyone ties that wallet to your name, an exchange, a merchant, a chain analysis firm, your entire history is an open book. There are companies that do exactly this for a living. Privacy coins are built to make it impossible, to hide the sender, the receiver, and the amount. Start with Monero, the oldest of the major privacy coins, and the one most defined by actual private use. Monero makes privacy the default. There's no opt-out. Every transaction is blended in with decoys, so an outside observer can't tell which input was really yours, and the amounts and destinations are hidden by design. On Monero, everyone is in the crowd all the time. A different design powers Zcash. Zcash uses a piece of advanced cryptography, zero-knowledge proofs, that lets the network confirm a transaction is valid without revealing any of its details. But on Zcash, privacy is optional. You can hold coins in a transparent address that behaves just like Bitcoin, or move them into what's called a shielded pool, where the real privacy lives. And that optional design hides a quiet weakness. Your privacy is only as strong as the crowd you're hiding in. If most users stay transparent and only a few use the shielded pool, that small pool is far easier to pick apart. Privacy isn't just a switch you flip. It depends on enough other people flipping it too. There's also a third approach worth knowing, especially if you came here because the privacy names were running. RAILGUN isn't a coin or a chain of its own at all. It's a privacy layer that sits on top of regular blockchains like Ethereum. You keep the assets you already hold, and its zero-knowledge contracts hide your balances and transactions from the public ledger. Its token is RAIL, and it carries an unusually high-profile champion. Vitalik Buterin, Ethereum's co-founder, has used RAILGUN repeatedly and publicly defended it, arguing that privacy should be a normal, first-class part of crypto. RAIL tends to jump whenever he does, which is exactly why it trades as a higher beta bet on the entire privacy narrative. And RAILGUN adds one genuinely new idea. Instead of promising pure anonymity, it screens deposits against known criminal wallets. Privacy with a bouncer at the door. That's its pitch to regulators. It's also why purists argue it isn't truly private at all. Now the catch. The first pressure comes from the outside. The same feature that makes privacy coins valuable makes them a compliance nightmare for any regulated business. Exchanges have to follow anti-money laundering rules, and a coin engineered to be untraceable is the single hardest thing to police. So one jurisdiction after another has leaned on exchanges to drop them. And many have, quietly pulling Monero and its peers from major platforms. The more useful the privacy, the harder the coin is to actually buy and sell. The second pressure is more subtle, and it's the one that should give holders pause. Privacy coins don't just trust their code the way all crypto does. They trust that the cryptography hiding everything is flawless and stays that way. And cryptography this advanced is extraordinarily hard to get right. When a transparent blockchain has a bug, you can usually see the damage on-chain. When a privacy chain has a bug, you might never know your privacy was broken at all. This isn't hypothetical. Zcash's shielded pool was found to contain a serious flaw that had gone undetected for 4 years. And the thing that finally surfaced it was an AI model reading through the code. 4 years in which the core promise might not have held, and almost no one could have known. So, privacy coins aren't simply Bitcoin, but anonymous. They're a harder wager. You're betting two things at once: that the cryptography underneath is perfect, and that regulators keep tolerating the doors you use to get in and out. When both bets hold, privacy coins do something genuinely unique in crypto: real, cash-like privacy in a digital asset. When either one cracks, a wave of delistings or a years-old bug nobody caught, the exact feature that gave the coin its value becomes the feature that fails. That's the thing to understand before you own one. In most of crypto, privacy is a feature. In privacy coins, it's a bet. We cover crypto on the days that actually matter, with explainers when it helps. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. We'll see you next time.